You can eat a balanced diet, exercise regularly, and even take all the right supplements, but if the shoes you wear every day aren't right, all of that effort can quickly unravel. What many older adults often overlook is the critical importance of proper footwear. Shoes are not just something that cover and protect your feet. They directly influence how well you move, how steady you feel, your posture, and even your brain health. Whether you walk with confidence or suddenly stumble and fall often comes down to the shoes on your feet. In the journey to protect independence during the golden years, there's a truth that needs to be emphasized again and again. The wrong footwear choices silently steal away strength, mobility, and years of freedom you thought you still had. That's why we need to look closely at the kinds of shoes people most often trust, but that actually put them at risk. Beginning with the pair that seems the safest of all, old sneakers. Many seniors wear the same pair of sneakers for years without giving them a second thought. They may still feel soft and comfortable, but that sense of comfort can be deceiving. Over time, the midsole, the part of the shoe meant to cushion every step, flattens and hardens. Arch support breaks down. What's left is a shoe that no longer protects your knees, hips, or spine. Each time you walk in those worn-out sneakers, your feet strike the ground harder. That shock doesn't stay in your feet. It travels up through your joints, into your back, and into your hips. You don't feel an immediate injury, but the damage builds slowly. The result is sore knees, stiff hips, and aching backs. The most common sign is simple discomfort after even a short walk. Your legs may tire faster, your back may feel tight, or your knees may ache after just a trip around the block. These are not simply signs of aging. They're signs of poor shock absorption. Most people assume shoes are fine until they look broken down. But by the time sneakers show visible wear, they've already lost most of their support. If you wear them every day, the inside can break down in as little as 6 to 12 months. The exterior may still look intact, but the hidden protection inside is long gone. And it's not just about comfort. Worn-out sneakers raise your risk of falling. When the tread on the sole wears flat, you lose grip. Wet tile, uneven sidewalks, or slick flooring suddenly become hazards. Even a small slip can lead to a fall. And for seniors, one fall can mean weeks of recovery, hospital visits, or permanent injury. What once felt like a stable, dependable step now becomes unpredictable. Your body has to work harder just to keep you upright. And when your ankles and legs are already weaker than they once were, the risk climbs quickly. Another hidden danger comes from posture. Your feet are your foundation. When the foundation is weak or unbalanced, the entire body has to adjust. Without proper arch and heel support, ankles roll inward, knees shift to compensate, hips tighten, and the lower back carries extra strain. This chain reaction creates chronic tension, reduced mobility, and the feeling of being trapped in your own body. And it doesn't just affect pain, it drains energy. When your shoes aren't doing their job, your body expends more effort with every step, leaving you fatigued even during simple daily tasks. So how do you know when it's time to replace your sneakers? There are warning signs. The sole feels flat, the tread is worn smooth, your shoes feel too soft or too loose, your feet ache after walking, or you notice yourself leaning slightly to one side. These are all red flags. The right sneakers should hold your feet firmly in place. They should give you a little bounce as you walk. They should feel solid and supportive, not flimsy or squishy. Look for sneakers with strong arch support, a firm heel cup, thick soles, and proper grip. If you're unsure what to buy, go to a store that allows you to walk around and test them. Don't be swayed by price tags. Expensive doesn't always mean better. Focus on fit and function. The right shoe should feel like it's holding your foot securely, not letting it sink down. And remember, if you walk daily, even just for errands, replace your shoes at least once a year. If you walk or stand for long hours, every 6 months is even better. It's a small investment for a huge reward. Fewer injuries, less pain, more energy. And if you've been dealing with stiffness or aches for months, Switching to the right shoes can make a noticeable difference in just days. Shoes are not just part of your outfit, they are part of your health. The wrong shoes won't send you loud warnings. They'll let your body absorb punishment silently until something gives out. Don't wait until you fall. Don't wait until your knees or back ache every morning. Upgrade your shoes before your body forces you to. But worn-out sneakers aren't the only danger. Another type of footwear, one that seems even more convenient and common, hides risks of its own. Slip-on shoes with no heel support. They may be easy to slide on, but over time, they reshape your stride and weaken your stability in ways you might not even notice until it's too late. Slip-on shoes can feel like pure convenience. No bending down, no laces, no effort. Just slide your feet in and go. For many older adults, that ease quickly becomes part of daily life. They're lightweight, simple to clean, and seemingly harmless. But behind that comfort lies a hidden cost that most people don't realize until their body begins to change. The problem is simple. Without a firm heel counter, your foot begins to move inside the shoe instead of moving with it. That small sliding of the heel may feel insignificant at first, but over time it creates something serious: instability. The heel is supposed to stay locked in place as you walk. That firm base is what gives your stride power and control. When your heel floats inside a soft, structureless shell, your body adapts, but not in a good way. Suddenly, your steps get shorter. You drag your toes just a little more. You shuffle instead of walking naturally. What started as a minor adjustment soon becomes your normal walking pattern. Before long, you find yourself walking with hesitation, as though you're bracing for a misstep. It's not age doing this. It's your shoes training your body to move in a less stable way. The changes don't stop at your feet. When your heel isn't secure, your ankle muscles strain to hold position. The small muscles in your feet grip harder inside the shoe, working overtime to keep it from slipping off. Your knees and hips fall into awkward rhythms, and your lower back absorbs stress it was never meant to bear. The result: tight calves, sore knees, aching hips, and a back that constantly feels off balance. The danger becomes even more obvious on uneven ground. Think of cracked sidewalks, sloped driveways, wet tile floors, or thick carpets. All it takes is one moment where your foot shifts, but your shoe doesn't, and your balance is gone. When you were younger, your reflexes were fast enough to save you. But as we age, reaction times slow. A stumble that used to mean nothing can now mean a fall. And a fall for older adults can mean weeks of pain, a hospital stay, or long-term loss of independence. The trap is that slip-ons feel so familiar. They're soft, lightweight, and easy. Many seniors mistake that comfort for safety. But the truth is, the older we get, the more our bodies need structure, not less. We don't need softness that lets the foot float. We need firmness that keeps it in place. There's also something many people don't consider: muscle memory. When you shuffle to keep a shoe on, your brain rewires your walking pattern. Your stride shortens, your toe lift weakens, and your natural walking power fades. That subtle shift reduces leg strength, slows your pace, and undermines your balance over time. Before you know it, you're relying more on handrails, walls, or furniture, not because your body is failing, but because your shoes have trained you to move as if you're preparing to fall. So what's the solution? It doesn't mean you need heavy boots or complicated shoes. The answer is simple. Choose footwear with a structured heel, strong grip, and a secure fit. If laces are difficult, Velcro straps or elastic no-tie systems can work just as well. What matters is that your foot stays locked in place. When you lift your foot, the shoe should lift with you. When you place it down, the shoe should stay firm and stable. That's real support, and it protects your joints even if they can't speak up for themselves. Pay attention to the early signs that your shoes are failing you. Are you dragging your feet more? Leaning forward slightly, taking smaller steps without realizing it? These are warning signals that your walking mechanics are breaking down, and often your shoes are the culprit. Ask yourself honestly, Are your shoes helping you walk better or just easier to put on? Easy is not always safe, and safe doesn't always feel soft. The right shoe should give you alignment, stability, and the sense that your body is held together from the ground up. That kind of support doesn't just keep you steady, it builds confidence. It lets you move faster, stand taller, and stay safer, even when you're walking alone. Because in the end, every fall that never happens starts with a solid step. If you're serious about remaining strong, mobile, and independent in your later years, don't just monitor your blood pressure, check your shoes. But even if you wear structured shoes outdoors, there's another hidden trap that many people fall into inside their own homes: wearing soft house slippers all day. They may feel cozy and safe, but over time, they quietly strip away your stability, strength, and mobility in the very place you spend most of your time. For many older adults, especially after retirement, house slippers become the go-to footwear at home. They're soft, warm, and effortless to slip on without bending down. It feels natural to wear them all day long, from the moment you get out of bed until you go back at night. That cozy comfort seems harmless, but over time it can quietly undermine your strength and balance. The problem is that most slippers aren't designed for all-day use. They offer little to no arch support, no heel stability, and very little grip. Slippers are meant for short trips, from the bed to the kitchen, from the couch to the bathroom. When worn for hours, they change the way your feet, legs, and body work. Your toes begin to claw into the soft sole just to keep the slipper from sliding off. Your arches sink, your ankles wobble. The small muscles in your lower legs stop engaging the way they should during normal walking. And when the foot, the body's most intricate foundation, loses proper support, everything above it starts to suffer. The result is foot fatigue, ankle weakness, and stiffness in the lower back. At first, you may just feel a little tired after a day around the house, but after weeks or months, pain in the heels, tight calves, and sluggish legs become more noticeable. You may wake up and feel like your legs take longer to get going. This isn't just aging, it's a loss of structure. Without real shoes, your feet stop moving through a healthy range of motion. Toes don't push off properly, arches don't lift, ankles don't stabilize. You're moving, yes, but not activating the muscles that keep you strong. There's another hidden danger: loss of sensory feedback. As we age, the nerves in our feet naturally decline. That means the brain receives fewer signals from the ground, fewer alerts when the floor is uneven, when a step is off balance, or when you're leaning to one side. Good footwear stimulates those nerves, keeping the connection alive between brain and foot. Slippers, with their floppy sides and mushy bottoms, deaden that connection. They dull the feedback your brain relies on to keep you upright, dramatically raising your risk of falling. Think about how much of your day is spent at home. For many seniors, it's the majority of the time. If you're wearing unsupportive slippers for hours, you're training your body to weaken inside your own house, the very place where most falls occur. Slippers slip on hardwood, they twist on tile, they catch on rugs, and when your reflexes are already slower, those hazards become even more dangerous. The body is smart. When it senses instability, it tightens muscles to compensate. But that constant bracing drains your energy and locks your body into cautious movement. Before long, you find yourself reaching for walls or furniture, walking stiffly, and feeling older than your age. Not because your body is failing, but because your slippers told your brain to disengage. That's why your home should not be a place where your body switches off. It should be a safe training ground where every step keeps you mobile. You don't need running shoes in your living room, but you do need structured indoor footwear, slippers with firm arch support, stable heels, and non-slip soles. Today, supportive indoor shoes exist that look just as comfortable but function like proper footwear. If you love soft slippers, that's fine. Just limit them. Wear them for 10 or 15 minutes in the morning or before bed. But once you're up and active, switch to something supportive. That way, your feet get both comfort and the stimulation they need to stay strong. The hard truth is, mobility isn't lost all at once. It slips away slowly through years of small habits that weaken the body without notice. Wearing soft slippers all day is one of those habits. At first, it seems like nothing. But one day, you realize your stride has shortened, your balance has wavered, and your confidence in walking has diminished. Every step matters, even the ones taken inside your own home. Because the reality is, most falls among older adults happen indoors. The wrong slippers can turn your safe haven into a trap, but the right slippers can protect you, keep your body engaged, and make your place that preserves independence instead of stealing it. And slippers aren't the only concern. Another type of footwear, popular for its breezy lightness, also undermines stability and posture. Thin, flat sandals and flip-flops. They may feel carefree, but for aging feet and joints, they can be silent saboteurs. Flat sandals, thin-soled slides, and flip-flops often seem like the perfect choice. Lightweight, breezy, and easy to slip on in warm weather. But for older adults, they can be one of the most harmful footwear options. Most flat sandals provide no arch support, no heel stability, and very little cushioning. Every step sends shock directly into the arch, heel, and Achilles tendon, stressing the knees and hips. Over time, this leads to heel pain, calf tightness, and sometimes the stabbing discomfort of plantar fasciitis. Without proper arch support, the foot collapses inward, a movement called overpronation. That collapse doesn't stay isolated at the foot. It causes the ankle to roll, the knees to shift, the hips to tighten, and the lower back to strain. Before long, your entire posture is compromised. What begins as a little wobble can end in chronic discomfort and a fearful, hesitant gait. Instead of stepping confidently, you start to walk cautiously, avoiding uneven ground or longer outings. Not because your legs are weak, but because your shoes have trained your body to feel unsteady. The solution isn't to give up sandals entirely, it's to choose structured ones. Today, many orthopedic sandals are designed with molded footbeds, firm heel cups, cushioned midsoles, and adjustable straps that hold the foot securely in place. The right pair doesn't just feel comfortable, it keeps your stride aligned and your steps confident. Other footwear pitfalls also deserve attention. Heavy shoes may look sturdy, but they fatigue the legs, stress the hips, and shorten your walking range. High heels, even low ones, shift your weight forward, strain the back, and reduce your contact with the ground, making balance harder. Backless clogs or mules force the toes to grip with every step, leading to pain, deformities, and unstable movement. And fashion shoes with narrow toes or stiff soles may complete an outfit, but they deform the feet, creating bunions, corns, hammer toes, and nerve entrapment, all of which reduce balance and stability. The common thread is clear. These shoes sacrifice structure for convenience or style. And when the foot loses structure, the entire body pays the price. For younger people, the body can often compensate, but in later years, the consequences come quickly and last longer, sometimes permanently. The good news is that supportive alternatives exist. Rocker bottom shoes with gently curved soles reduce pressure on the heel and forefoot, helping those with arthritis or neuropathy walk more smoothly. They encourage upright posture and glide the foot forward with less effort. Supportive sneakers, designed with removable insoles and proper heel and arch support, promote efficient gait mechanics and reduce fatigue. And modern orthopedic sandals provide breathability without sacrificing stability, making them a safe choice even in warm weather. The key is not to chase brand names or high price tags, but to focus on fit and function. The right shoe should feel like it's lifting and aligning your body from the ground up. It should make you stand taller, walk steadier, and move with confidence. Think of it this way. Every fall you prevent is a day of independence preserved. Every supportive step you take is a step toward more freedom, not less. Your feet are not just carrying your body, they're carrying your future. So choose structure over softness. Choose alignment over appearance. Choose support over convenience, because the longer you stand tall, the longer you stay strong, mobile, and free to enjoy the golden years you've worked so hard to reach.